The things we teach and learn in a classroom are not necessarily the things that are most important in the formation of a young human. And if we've got a shot at actually addressing some of our shared global challenges, we absolutely need young people who've had deep and formative firsthand experiences outside of their comfort zone in other parts of the world. Global Citizen Year is reinventing the traditional gap year as a launch pad for a pipeline of new leaders. I have been fixated on this concept since I was 18 and finished high school. I was desperate to find something that would allow me to spend some time out of the classroom and in the real world, and I was frustrated and disappointed that I couldn't find a way to do it. Each year, we recruit and select a really diverse cohort of young people who are coming out of high schools across America and now around the world. A young person at age 18 is still forming their values and identity, their sense of who they are and who they're becoming. We bring them together for a school year-long leadership course. 8 months where our fellows live with a family in one of the countries where we operate, currently Brazil, India, Ecuador, and Senegal. And they work as what we call an apprentice, supporting a local project.
I ended up in Ecuador, and I was working in a small health clinic. At that point in my life, I was still thinking that I wanted to be a doctor at some day, or at least work in medicine at some point, but also took an interest in energy. Because of those experiences, I really changed my trajectory in university and very much went in that direction. For me, the host family experience was the core of the entire Global Citizen Year. I couldn't ask for anything better from a host family for giving me the experience that I think I could learn a lot from, that challenged me, that allowed me to grow.
When you take a young person that far from what's familiar and comfortable, they're forced to reconsider everything. When they come back, it's with a new perspective, a global perspective, a new sense of themselves, and a set of burning questions that they're carrying into their college experience.
College was always the goal for me. I knew I was going to go to college, and I worked my whole life to make that happen, but I didn't know why. I didn't have a reason that I was going to school. I wanted to take the time to become the person that I wanted to start the rest of my life as. Having that space for me really allowed me to say, well, what type of person do I want to be? How do I want to be? And that's more open, more generous, kinder. That allows me to do everything that I aspire to do better.
I was really committed to building an opportunity that was going to allow us to find the highest potential young people we could, independent of their family's financial circumstance. Being a nonprofit has allowed us to raise scholarship funds to make sure that this experience is accessible to kids who would never have had it.
Global Citizen Year was amazing in that they helped me figure out how to think about going on this world trip. I had never had the resources to do any of that before, and they made it possible by giving me a full scholarship.
I'm most proud of the fact that in less than a decade, we have built a world-class team and program experience that has launched nearly 1,000 young leaders into the world. Alumni enter their careers with an orientation around how to bring a global perspective, empathy, insight, and a social impact orientation into their leadership across all sectors.
A global citizen is someone who seeks to engage with and has great respect for communities that are very different than their own.
That type of confidence going into college, going into the workforce, it's this whole experience which has driven me, and it's driven my life in a completely different path than I could have imagined. It's not just that I love Senegal, it's that I love the person I became because of it, and because of my time here, and because of Global Citizen Year.
Global Citizen Year is the best next step after high school for exceptional young people who are on a path to make a difference with their lives.